How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and I wanna apologize sincerely. I have not posted in over 2 weeks because my life has been a big turbulence. A lot has went down. I moved apartments. But anyways, I'm back with the second installment of my building single board computer cluster from the scratch series. And in this video, I'm gonna show y'all how to attach the heatsink onto the Radxa X2L, how to attach the NVMe drive and this passive cooler which goes on the NVMe drive, because this NVMe drive tends to overheat. It has the potential, so this passive cooler helps against that. And then I got this M2.5 size screws, which I hope they fit. Anyways, I'm gonna take out the Radxa X2L. Yeah, it's always a bit of a pain. Okay, so here it is. This is what our single board computer is, as I talked about in the last video, the heart and soul of the operation. And it has the Intel Celeron, as I talked about in the last video, and the right here is the Raspberry Pi Pico device and 40-pin GPIO header. Anyways, I want to show y'all where the fan goes, because that's a bit tricky. It actually isn't. The screws aren't exactly arranged in a square. They're more like this one, this one, this one, and this one. You guys will see when I actually attach it, the heatsink. Okay. So this is the fan that goes onto the Radxa X2L, and like I've been calling it heatsink because that's what it's called. And basically this film right here gets off, and it actually kind of like, because this part goes on top of the processor to protect it, you know, from the plastic. And as y'all see, this comes with these screws of their own. We can unscrew them. Zoom in, focus. And then these screws are gonna attach this heatsink fan to the Radxa X2L right here. So I'm gonna show y'all how I unscrew it. Sorry for this bit of a ghetto setup, you know, I kind of like lost track of where my screwdriver is. If y'all have a screwdriver, I would recommend using that or an X-Acto knife. Pause it. For some reason, this screw was actually like a little bit too tight. I don't know why, but it happens sometimes. So before I take off this film, I'm just gonna show you guys how it actually clips into them. So like, it's not exactly a square, like, you know, it's not like, ideally it should be like, since these two are level, it should be level, but it's not. It's kind of like that, but that's because on the SBC Radxa X2L, zoom in, y'all can see it's like that, you know, this section, like from here, it's a bit of a polygon. It goes like that. It goes like that, and you guys can kind of like try to level it here. But before I do that, before I put these screws in, I'm gonna take off this film, so that, and be careful with this. This thing tends to come off the thing underneath the film, which is what protects the processor. I did a pretty good job. Okay. Not to be a narcissist, but so now this single board computer has a fan, and this is where on this part of the single board computer you also would see right next to heatsink when you guys attach it. This is where it clips in like this. Slightly tricky with what's going on. Not too much though. Very easy. Okay. And now I'm gonna attach the NVMe drive. And the one that I got is 2 terabytes, and I'm gonna be using for the head node of my cluster. Because basically, eventually I'll install Werewolf and Pixie boot. That's one of the features of the single board computer, the Pixie. They support IPXE boot, which is why the compute nodes don't need the storage. The head node is all that needs the storage, and I'll show you guys in the next video why, or more so in detail. But this NVMe drive goes in like this. And then we can basically, so if you guys want, you guys can use the 2.5 screw and we'll see if it fits. Okay, I suppose the screw is a little bit too big on this one, but I gotta use the passive cooler anyways. And the crazy thing is that this comes with its own screwdriver. Wow, that would have been nice to open earlier. Okay. And just like, okay, one thing I want to talk about is that just like the heatsink that are attached on the front of the Radxa, this passive cooler that I'll be connecting onto the NVMe drive, because it tends to heat up, it also comes with a film to protect the NVMe drive. So basically it would go like that. This is for adjustment right here, which I think is already calibrated pretty well. And then we basically grab one out, and I think it's I'm kind of winging this, but I think it has two-sided coating, so like this, and god damn, that's hard. But let me do that. There we go, I got it. I think that's good enough. You can basically place this on top of that, like so. Sticks in, and then I guess this cap right here, and I'll try. Okay, so first screw would go up here. Good thing is it just can be taken off easily. Not a magnetic screwdriver? That's sad. Come on. Got this, come on. There we go. going in. It's going in. A little bit of drilling might be necessary, but not much. Zoom in. Okay, so I clipped in the NVMe drive. It's a good thing that this passive cooler came in with the fans of its own. And then, just to keep it tight, we can also screw them right here. Is it visible? No biting nails. Who's there? So now, and this is gonna require a lot of wiggling, but it has 6 screws, and I'm gonna put them on. You can pause it now. So, I got 6 screws on it, and this, as the box states, is the passive cooler for the NVMe drive. And next step is installing Rocky-9 on this SBC, and I will show you guys that in a bit. Okay, that's good.
And now I'll be showing you guys how to actually set up Rocky-9 into the head node of the cluster. And once again, like, I'm using Radxa X2L, so it doesn't exactly have to be Rocky-9, as y'all can see in the documentation right here on the, at this point. You guys can see it supports Ubuntu, Windows 10 Pro, and Debian, but for what I want to use the cluster for my own work, Rocky-9 is the preferred operating system. But anyways, y'all can download whatever you want. But what the main thing that I want to show you guys is that if you guys want to set up Rocky-9, then we can actually burn the ISO image into the USB drive. And that is what this website, wiki.rockylinux.org/rocky/image actually shows. So we have 2 versions, Rocky 8 and Rocky 9. And I will be downloading Rocky 9 right here. And so one thing that I must mention. So the Radxa X2L is based on the x86 architecture, as I said in my last video. If you guys are returning viewers, which if you are, I want to thank you guys, and you guys can help support my channel by subscribing to me. Anyways, so the Radxa X2L is x86 architecture, and so we're gonna click on Rocky-9, and we're gonna select the x86. And from here, we have a bunch of different files, but what you guys want to download is this one, the top one after the checksum and readme, this right here, Rocky-9 latest x86_64-boot.iso. Click on that, and it starts the download. Now, I already have it downloaded, so I'm going to abort the operation. I don't want to fill up my disk. But now that we have Rocky-9, the important step, we're going to be using the Fedora Media Writer. And what it exactly does is that it writes the Rocky ISO image into the USB flash drive. So let's download the Windows version, because that's what I'm using right now, if you guys can see. But it's also has for the Mac, and then you guys can also install it on your own Linux operating system by using dnf command. So anyways, I click on this, and it will ask you guys, do you want to allow this app to make changes? Say yes, and then here's what you guys gonna get. So I agree and select the place you guys want to install it in, and then install. And it finished installing, and then next, run Fedora Media Writer. Finish. And here's the Fedora Media Writer. So it has 2 options: download automatically, select .iso image. We want to do this, select .iso image, and next. And then I will select, so basically this is USB 4.0, and it is tracking automatically because I have it plugged in right here, USB drive D. So this Fedora actually automatically tracks it for you guys. That's pretty nice. So select the ISO image that you downloaded right here. I have it in the downloads, and then click on write. And this step might take a while, about 10 to 15 minutes or even more, depending on the processing power of your computer. It might even take less, depending on, once again, processing power of your computer. So right there, look what it says. Your drive will be resized to smaller capacity. You may resize it back to normal by using Fedora Media Writer. This will remove installation media from the device. So basically what it means is that once you write this Rocky-9 boot image into your USB drive, then that is all you can use the USB drive for until you actually remove that ISO image from it using same Fedora Writer. Because, and once again, the Fedora, this Rocky-9 image is about 900 megabytes. Generally, USB drives are more than that. Mine's 4 GB, so it will reduce it to a smaller capacity to only fit the Rocky-9. And then you can use the drive to plug it into the Radxa X2L and install, which I'll show you guys as well. And once finish the last step, we'll just do this step as well, checking the written data. So let that finish as well. I mean, it will take, I guess, a few minutes. It's actually moving pretty fast. I'm not even pausing and like coming back. I'm letting it actually run through entirely. This step. Come on, come on, come on. And it is actually done. And now it says restart and boot from USB disk 2.0 4 GB to start using Rocky-9 latest x86_64-boot.iso. Finish. And once you finish, it will give you three options. Download automatically, select .iso file, restore the drive that you actually put the Rocky-9 ISO image in. So if you guys want to like get the drive back, use it for other purposes, you guys will have to like restore it, and remove the Rocky-9 from it.
Okay, so now I'm gonna show y'all how to actually install Rocky Linux 9 in this Radxa X2L. Y'all can see this USB. This is where we burn the Rocky-9 ISO image using Fedora, as I just showed y'all. And then, I already showed you guys all the ports and peripherals of this device, but I'll just quickly give a rundown. This is the HDMI port that I connected my monitor with. Here's the USB drive. It's a 3.0, by the way. It's the Ethernet port, and there's a reason for that. We need even though ideally we shouldn't need the internet in this process, but for some reason we do, and I will show you guys in a bit why. This is the power supply, 12 volts, connected right here. And then I have the USB 2.0s here, one for the keyboard, one for the mouse. Okay, so anyways, now I'm gonna reboot this device and show y'all the setup of Rocky-9 through that USB drive. I'm gonna keep pressing F2, F2, F2. You know how when installing Windows we press F11 or something? For the Rocky Linux in this Linux environment, F2 would work with this architecture, x86 architecture. Keep pressing, eventually it should show up. Y'all can see, once I start this, I have three options. Install Rocky Linux 9.3, which is in the USB drive. Test this media and install. Now I already tested this media, it works. Y'all can try that if you want. But what this really means is that basically this device works, the USB drive where we install the Rocky-9. Anyways, I don't want to test this, so I'll just select the option of install Rocky-9, click on it, and now let me tell y'all why I need the Ethernet connected here. We need the internet because for some reason, despite the fact that we burned a Rocky-9 ISO image, it perhaps doesn't have all the required software, and it needs to install some packages or software from the internet. It needs to download some amidst some installation. It shouldn't be like that. An ISO image should be all contained, but for some reason it is not. And I will send a message to the Rocky-9 Mattermost chat trying to find a solution to that problem. Anyways, it is starting installer. It will take some time depending on the processing power of your Radxa. This one is 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it takes decent amount of time to complete installation. Anyways, let's wait. So here y'all, so first thing y'all would see once you select the installed Rocky-9, at least first thing that will have your input needed, selecting the language. So I selected English and English United States, and then we're just gonna click here, continue. And I wish I could screen share, but the problem is this has no operating system yet, so I can't do this on recording like this, And then installation source would probably have to be, we'll try auto detect installation media, and it will give us this loader, which is really verifying media. Please wait. And while that happens, if y'all like the work that I've been doing in the world of single board computers, clusters, and all that, and you guys like my dedication in these videos, and I want to apologize for not posting in a while. I had finals, I missed my audience. If you guys appreciate what I do, just please give my channel a subscribe and like the video and comment. It means a lot to me, I promise. And then it's verified. We'll click done. And it's downloading some packages. In the meantime, you'll select the installation destination, which should be this. It's already selected the 1.2 terabyte NVMe drive, which is like right on the bottom as we installed earlier. And the thing about this is that I'm going to build a cluster, right? And this would be the head node. And the head node is the only node that needs the Rocky-9 installed. And it's the only node that needs the storage of any kind, physical storage. That's why this is the only one that is NVMe drive. Other nodes, also Radxa's, would be booted through a concept called IPXE boot, which will be configured through the software called Werewolf. And I will show you guys all of that in the next videos, which is why y'all should subscribe and press the bell icon so don't miss the next video. Okay, by the way, I forgot one thing. The installation source should be, I'm doing it for a long time, it should be on the network, because, and that's the limitation of this ISO image. For some reason, despite the fact that I burned the ISO image here, it still needs some software installed from the internet. So yeah, I selected closet mirror, and then the URL, type repository URL, and just click done, and it will do it for you. And same should probably happen here, although that's just something that, like, up to you guys, select what softwares you want. I am probably going to select a lot of them, except for the GUI. And then, I want them all. Debugging tools, DNF, same server file storage, FTP server, guest agents, remote desktop. These are all the softwares that y'all would have at the time when this installation is complete. So I'm just going to go ahead and select them all. I wish they should at least give like one option to select all. That'd be pretty nice, but somehow we don't have it. Anyways, we're going to click on done. And now, do y'all want to set root password? That's up to you guys. I'll set mine. I just created one user, and we're going to skip the root password for now. And begin installation. Now this is gonna take a while, so buckle up. I mean, I'm not gonna show y'all the whole 3-4 hours or 1 hour, however long it takes. So I'm gonna end the video right here and just let y'all know once again my apology for not posting in a while, for all of y'all returning viewers. And if you are, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. It means, y'all can't even imagine how much it means to me. And I have like a lot of great videos coming up. Next video would be the setting up the stack for the cluster, where I would like set up all 4 nodes, this being head node and the other being compute node, setting up the power supply situation for it, which I may use a concept called the power over Ethernet, which is a pretty unique concept. I'll talk about it in the next video. I'll set up the network switch connecting all the nodes. And I might show you all how I build my case, which building a case is very subjective, that's something where like the hobbyist approach comes into fruition. But my goal with this is to have it do some low-level cluster computing, and we can replicate the software that we use on the main data center based cluster. So really the hobbyism would sort of we have to put aside, this is more like professional work for me. Anyways, if y'all made it to the end of the video, I genuinely want to thank you guys, and please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and if you guys have any complaints about me Anything you guys wanna let me know that I can improve, please feel free to post it in the comments, and I'll continue posting some posts as well to get y'all opinion. Alright, until next video, have a great day.